Okay, so today is our last day in England. Tomorrow morning at 7 we leave for the airport. Norma and I are going to be running this little loop that we did yesterday, 5k in total. I think we've done 2.5 already. So this is just the bonus section of the run. Okay. Clearwater Lane. This first part is downhill, and then we go down into what ends up as a farmer's yard. If we want to continue, there's a public footpath, but we don't have shoes for mud. We're trying to keep our shoes dry and clean for our return tomorrow. Just running up to the tree that I used for the title photograph of the Friends of the Seeker podcast. This picture will stay up for a week. Looks like an old oak tree with no leaves. I hope I have the levels right for the Ice Smooth Run lady. I think I do. Seems to work all right in Portugal at this level, and I don't think I've changed it since then. It's reminding me every 5 minutes. Norma has figured out that I'm recording, so she has dropped back, not to interfere with my train of thought. Up, there's a car coming, and the driver is on the wrong side. Best thing to do with these cars is just to stand on the verge, on the edge of the roadway, and watch the driver. There was a sign there that said maximum speed 5 miles an hour, children on the road. And this one here on the right is a Christmas tree farm. I'm sure they'll be doing good business very soon. I might actually see my brother walking his dog, because we left just before he did, and he quite often comes this way. There's somebody else's dog. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy.
Distance 3.25 kilometers. Workout average pace 7 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
Morning.
I think somebody else
This episode will be short because we only have basically 3. Pardon?
We can't hear that we saw the pheasant.
Okay. I thought you said the dog had caught a pheasant. Oh, I remember. It was at this gate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we thought, were they quail or were they pheasant?
No,
They were too big to be quail.
they're probably sleeping.
Well, there's sheep in that field down at the bottom. We'll get a closer look of them soon. See?
Yeah.
The iconic field full of sharp sheep. I'm recording my show.
Auto paused.
What? Oh.
Workout resumed.
Workout resumed. I'm recording my show today, so I might pull away from you. At the bottom of this lane, there's a field full of sheep. I will stop and take a picture of them for the title of this episode, which will be called Sheep in a field. Just to be totally imaginative, creative. Sheep in a field, circa 2018. I will also have to remember to record a 5-minute episode for next week's Your 5-Minute Show, which is to be on staying focused. Pretty broad subject title there. As I get a little closer, I'm going to look for the best shot of those sheep through the hedge. I think it's coming out just about now. Yep, there's a gap in the hedgerow up ahead. I will use my phone, seeing as it's out. I'm holding it for the recording. Okay, they've spotted me. So this is Clearwater Lane, front and back. That last little burst of pictures I will have to deal with later.
Auto paused. Workout resumed.
Alright, back at it, as they say. Yesterday it rained quite heavily here for the whole day, so today we're taking advantage of the dry weather to get our last run in. My nephew from Bristol is here with his family to visit his mother, my brother's wife, Fia. That's the ducks in the duck pond. Getting very close to our turnaround point. Just around the corner here, it runs into the farmer's yard. But the footpath continues if you had boots on for the mud. Hammond's Farmhouse is where we're at. As I take a picture of a barn overgrown with some kind of creeper.
Auto paused.
Alright. Oh, and the birdhouse, yeah, the little aviary. They look like canaries. Or budgies. Most of the farms around here have dogs, so you don't really want to go too far
Workout resumed.
up their driveway. Oh, you'll wake the whole household. More sheep. There's 1 or 2 black sheep in the family.
Distance 3.89 kilometers. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
I have the auto pause activated, so when I stop for more than 2 seconds, it pauses. But that was not the case. I didn't stop for more than 2 seconds. Next we have a little bit uphill, which I will be hiking Past the duck pond again. Burp. It's a bit like King's Pond and the ducks.
It sounds like frogs too, that way.
Frogs as well? Could. Yeah, that could be frogs as well as ducks, yeah.
Why the ducks are there.
Yeah, right.
Full of frogs.
And the ones with the white face are merinos, so these are the West Sussex variety. The ones with the white heads are the merinos on the other side of the road. Just going to run until it starts to get steep. There's a nice sign there, please slow down. I don't think it refers to me. There is a good stretch here, 1 kilometer, that I did 1 year. I think I did it 4 or 5 times, up and down, up and down. Maybe more, because I was training for the Elk Beaver in May, so I might well have done an hour of kilometer repeats, 1 up and 1 down. That is quite a workout. That is like Chris's 1600s. But that would be a mile intervals. Mine were just kilometer intervals. But with this hill on the up and a kilometer of down for the recovery. We might hear a train whistle. Yesterday we did. The Bluebell Railway has been opened for tourists. Reopened. Steam, that's right, steam train. There are some blue patches today, so not quite enough for a Dutchman's shorts, but a Dutchman's pants, they say. Enough blue for a Dutchman's pants. I'm not sure if that's the Blue Boy by Van Gogh. Not Van Gogh, Rembrandt. He did a portrait of a little boy with blue satin breeches. As we hike up, up, up. We've been very well looked after here with homemade wine and beer and cider and home-cooked food. Excellent. I've got to know my great nieces and nephew and my nephew and niece as well from Bristol, Sam and Sophia. At the moment we have, I think it's 8 or 9 people in the house. All of them Castillos, every one of them. Three generations of Castillos in one house. Eh?
We were doing plates, it was 10.
10?
Yeah, 7 adults and 3 kids.
Oh, so 10 Castillos. I stand corrected.
Distance 4.45 kilometers. Workout average pace 7 minutes 51 seconds per kilometer.
That's pretty fast for us, even with the walk breaks. But I guess the auto pause does help a little bit when we do stop completely, which we haven't really done. Not stopping long enough to rest anyway, just long enough to take a picture. I can see the church spire of Skanes Hill, going past the Christmas tree farm. What does it say? Caution, slow, right down. Vehicles turning. Those are handmade signs, they're not municipal signage. They're just this farmer warning the drivers. I believe they have to maintain their own roads on this section. I remember one year there was a farmer filling in some of the potholes. Coming up to that iconic oak tree from the title photograph. No, not from the title photograph, what am I saying? From the Friends of the Seeker title page photograph. Next week's episode of Your 5 Minutes will be solo submissions of 5 minutes from each and every one of us. Okay, you got it? Good. On the theme of staying focused, I have decided to buy a new MacBook Air from Apple, a refurbished model, the latest that they have in their range of refurbished laptops. The reason I'm buying another MacBook Air is because I liked the last one and I got very used to it. The right size for a small suitcase. Plus, it's probably one of the last generations of laptop that has USB ports so that I can still use my voice recorder and my point and shoot digital camera. In about a minute, we're going to be back on Lewis Road, which will be noisy. So I will say goodbye to you now and get back to you when hopefully I'm going to be in Canada, probably running on Mount Doug. So until then, this is Mr. and Mrs. Jackal signing off from Sussex, England on Sunday. Bye-bye.
You know
The what?
the selfie that you took of us a little way somewhere around, not a couple of days ago?
You mean you and
You and
Pablo?
Me. No, you and me.
You and me, yeah. What about it?
I wanted to send it to Mary.
Okay, I'll do that because it
Auto paused.
shows her
Workout
lovely
resumed.
sweater, doesn't it?
Might be.
I think it does. Okay, well I just better stop this recorder.
Oh, I thought you.
You thought I had?
Yeah.
Almost. I was just getting it out of the pouch.